What's up, pirates? Ray Talks here with AwakenedTCG. Also here with Jimper and Fupid, some of our boys. We're going to be doing a reaction to the 4 new SRs that just released for the new set coming out in Asia. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Alright, so first card here we've got Enel. He's going to be a yellow character with the Sky Island type. He's going to be 7 cost, 7,000 power with no counter.
Okay, so like an 8 stat line.
Yeah, he's got just rush, so he's just a 7/7 rush, no condition. In yellow, which yellow's only rush card at the moment is 4 cost Katakuri, I think. And then his second effect is once per turn, if this character were to be removed from the field, you may trash the top card of your life instead. If character Monkey D. Luffy is on the field, this effect may not be activated.
Wait, I'm not too versed in the lore of One Piece. Is that like a
yeah?
in the anime?
Basically, he has lightning powers, and Luffy's made of rubber, so they don't work on him.
Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, I like how they, more often than not, sometimes follow what happens in the actual manga, right? So
yeah, they give these cards a lot of flavor, for sure. But
so it's the first card that we get that will actually negate a bottom deck for the blue decks.
Yeah, bottom deck, back to hand, to life, anything that would remove it from the field, it can say actually no.
It'll be once removal
once per turn on your turn as well. If I don't know what type of trigger effect would be able to remove a 7
drop, yeah.
But if there is one in the future, yes, it could also do that.
I see. And then so you trash the top card of your life?
Yes, you trash the top card of your life, which is pretty bad, but I saw somebody talk about the Yamato leader. Like, say you're at 3, and like you'd actually want to do that because it puts you at 2.
Then you go to 6K, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Also, with the new Eneru leader, that leader says whenever you would go to 0. So if you're at 1 and you activate this guy's effect, you can activate your leader effect.
So trash, when you go back to 1. So it's a free get out of free jail card. Get out of jail free card for the Enel, right? If you're on the Enel leader and meeting the threshold for his ability. That is an interesting card. I think the rush factor is definitely going to have a big impact on yellow, because I mean, we obviously see the 4-drop categories already being super crucial in certain matchups, and that rush just makes yellow 2 times better.
Sure, but that card costs 4 and it's a 4/6. You got to pay 3 more, and this one's only 7.
Yeah, I mean, but if you really think about it though, with the combos like the one you highlighted with the Yamato leader going to 6K, doing that on a turn, because your opponent obviously for that matchup might not ever want you to go to 2. They probably want to clear board and stall, so you don't get that 6K. But
usually if you want to like leave them at 3 and then swing with board, try to get them to 0.
Yeah, and then if not, they have to ignore this card, right? So it puts you in a good spot, because they either ignore the 7K or have a bad time, right? Because you don't want to do that.
I wish it was an 8K, but
yeah, or at least give it 1K counter.
Yeah, I don't think it's amazing. Like, if out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7 or a 6.5.
Yeah, I'd give this. I would give this a solid 7. Solid 7. I could see myself running like a 2 of in a deck or something. Kind of like an ace, right? You run 2 of, 3 of.
Yeah, agree. Colin, what do
I give it?
Yeah.
I'm not a yellow player, so I don't know what to give it.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. I don't play yellow.
All right, let's move on to the next card here. We've got a card. It's in blue. Another Borsalino super rare. He's going to be 7 cost, 8,000 power with the navy type. So he's searchable off brand new 2 cost in the new blue-black Sakazuki deck. And he's just going to be on play, place up to one character with a cost of 4 or lower at the bottom of the owner's deck. He's like 3,000 worlds on play. Oh no, 3,000 worlds is 5.
It's 5, yeah.
But in black, this is pretty disgusting.
Oh, I can't wait to play Sakazuki.
Yeah,
Sakazuki's
so-
so fun.
Yeah, I think this effect is really good. As you can see, the meta right now is, besides Strawbeard, we're not going to talk about that. You see, leaders like Law, Zoro, all these small bodies, something like this definitely counters out decks like those.
Yeah, I mean, you still gotta spend 7, and it has no counter in hand. So I mean, this wouldn't be amazing to get rid of like a 1 or a 2 cost in like a Zoro matchup, but like they're like Marco. If they play 5-drop Marco, this hits it. You could actually just use your Sakazuki leader, drop it by 1 for free, pop it. So basically, this is always a 3,000 worlds in Sakazuki. Now that I think about it, for free, because you don't need to spend anything on it.
Yeah, which is pretty huge.
And if you think about it like that, it's literally 3,000 worlds for 4, and then you're paying 3 Dawn extra for an 8k body. That sounds really good to me.
Yeah, having that big body, imagine a turn where you pay 7, you get this 8k body on board, and you get rid of one of their 5-drop Marcos. That'd be an insane swing play.
Yeah, or more if you have like a Kuzan on board, 4 costs, just lower by 4. Use leader, you could take out a 9.
Yeah, no, that sounds disgusting.
That sounds really gross. Like a Whitebeard or something like that.
It's just the early to mid, or the mid to late game that it helps with, because we were testing that Sakazuki deck, and like you have to survive, and then you get to the later turns, you drop a drop Kuzan, and it's Jeej.
New Sakazuki's black blue.
Black blue, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the black decks in general kind of follow that pattern where it's like, their early game isn't the greatest, but if they survive and have a good board state, good hand size going into that mid to late game is where they really shine. So I mean, I guess following that pattern.
You add to the really annoying point where they get the black gets like that late game, right? That's annoying, but you're just adding bottom deck effects to anything at end game. Like we were talking about, where even if you just like have Kuzan, it's -5, right? If you wanted to the next turn and you had double 3,000 worlds, you can 3,000 worlds a 10 drop, 3,000 worlds a 10 drop, and then play a 2 drop.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know what other cards they're gonna add, because I mean it has to be a blue navy searcher they're adding. I think there has to be a blue navy searcher. Or
I mean, you don't even need one. We already have 2 costs brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new. Yeah, I guess.
That's gonna make that's why I'd probably give this card like an 8, just for the fact that it's searchable too. You're not gonna play a 4 of, probably 2 to 3, but
yeah,
this is gonna be really strong.
Yeah, I mean at this point you don't have to run your you can run Red Rock. You don't have to run the 3.
I don't think you're running Red Rock in that deck.
Yeah, Red Rock's not worth in that deck.
Just because you have so much, you're gonna have a lot of cost reduction. Red Rock is gonna be like basically pointless. Maybe like a 1 Red Rock, but
yeah,
right, just in case.
Yeah, definitely would rather have the 3,000 worlds just for the trigger too.
For sure.
Yeah, great point. Yeah, out of 10 for this card, I feel like the combo potential is there, but until I really see it and experience it firsthand, I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. So the Enel 7, I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. I do think it is better than the Enel we just saw.
All right, blue Nami player, how about you?
9.
9. Wow.
Okay.
All right. Shit. Take this guy's advice. He's the blue player. All right. Next SR, we got in black. It's going to be Rebecca, a 4 cost, 0 power. That's how you know the effect's broken. It has 1k counter. It's a blocker. And on play, return up to 1 black character other than Rebecca with a cost from 3 to 7 from the trash to your hand. So it's a draw, basically. Any card you want in your trash. And then play 1 coster or less black character from your hand to the field rested.
Oh yeah, you're right. When you see that 0 power and 4 cost, you know that effect is broken, and I think it is. That sounds
Mm-hmm.
insane to me.
So for 4 Dawn, you're putting out a blocker that, I mean, sure, it could get popped by like low to the ground like pop effects like a Marco or a Vista, but they have to use it on it. But it draws you a card. You can get like 7 cost Luffy. You don't have to worry about trashing it and Rebecca. When that's because that's always an issue. You'll trash the Luffys and you won't have them to put the trash back in the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
So this can pick that up and then simultaneously play a
3/5
what's his name?
unkillable unit.
Yeah,
3-drop blocker.
Kyros. 3-drop blocker. He could play the 3/5 Kyros card that's just unbelievably busted. KO cost 1 on play. While deploying a blocker for 4. No, that sounds real. And it has counter.
Yeah, and it has a counter. That's
God.
interesting to me.
The Rebecca decks are super optimized. Like, you'd have to give and take. Like, you'd have to take something out to put this in.
Hmm.
I don't know what that would be. Like, maybe you'd remove, like, one of your KO effect. I couldn't know. I'm not a Rebecca player, but this sounds good to me. Also, it's not locked to Dressrosa. You can play this in any black deck.
Mm-hmm. True.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, up to 1 black character.
Yep.
37.
Really strong.
Ooh.
Really strong.
Yeah, I would have to play more around with that Rebecca deck, but yeah, Rebecca seems like a leader it's still, in my opinion, a little underdeveloped. We see Asia starting to top with it barely, but they're starting to head towards that end of, their OP04, and we're barely going into that. And so I know we'll see a lot more Rebeccas out here in the States versus what we see in Asia. But I think the card's broken. I'm going to give that card a 9 out of 10, just from what I'm seeing here.
Oh, they're running an 8 then.
Yeah. I'm gonna be lenient. I'll give it an 8, just because I don't know, 4 cost for this. I don't know if this is gonna be worth it in Rebecca, like, because those decks are really optimized right now.
Yeah, maybe not Rebecca though. Maybe
Yeah,
not
no,
Rebecca.
but yeah, just that's why I gave it an 8. I was thinking lower, but for the fact that you can play in any black deck, yeah, this card's just nasty. All right, and last but not least, here we have our red SR for OP05. It's going to be another Sabo. This time he's going to be a 6 cost, 7,000 power with the Revolutionary Army type. No counter, and on play, KO up to 2 characters with a combined power of 4,000 or less.
Yeah, that's a red counter card if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, this little
A mirror matchup
dumpster Zoro, it doesn't even sound amazing. Like, what, you can take out 2 2K Izos.
2 2K Izos, a Gordon and an Izo. You can take out a Nami, 2 1K chopper blockers.
For 6 Dawn,
has
it's crazy though.
It has its uses. I mean, you get your 7K body. This is a card where you'd probably see it used on curve going second, turn 3, against like a Law, against like a Zoro, where there are bodies where you can just kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really good with the power reducing effects.
Yeah, even if you play it on 7, yeah, the reduce someone's power by 2,000, whatever that card is. I don't play red, so I don't know what it's called.
And you can always, yeah.
Yeah, you reduce it, and then you're lowering the requirement even more, and then you can just hit bigger targets.
So like, let's say you're versing a red deck, and they just Otama'd one of your characters and killed it. Now that Otama serves as a free 0 power unit, and so you can use that 4,000 on another unit. Let's say they have a 5-drop Rush Luffy on board. You Otama that Luffy, drop the Sabo. If you're at 7 Dawn, you can, kill that Luffy at 4K, kill the Otama at 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or just kill,
I saw a really interesting idea, which is round table.
Yes.
It's minus 10K power. Mm-hmm. So you can actually do some really cheeky stuff. Like, say they have a 10 cost Big Mom, 12K power. You round table that. You can KO that plus another 2K. Or you can do a really weird play, which say they have like 2 5Ks on board. You can actually minus 10 one of the 5Ks, so technically it's a -5. And then you can KO the -5 and a 9K.
Ooh.
Wait,
Ooh.
what? It works
Yes,
like
yeah.
that?
Yes, it does. Because their total power is 4,000 or less.
Yeah, because it says combined power, so you have to combine the two. If they're at
Yes.
negative, you have to combine that.
Yep.
And so, negative 5,000, negative 5,000 to
Negative
to
5
5,000 is
to
0
a-
power.
Yeah, negative 5 plus a 9 would be 4. So, pop.
You just hit an Otama with it. You use it 10
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, definitely have some crazy combos with this card here.
Yeah, you're gonna need a. If that deck runs a lot of cost reduction effects, this is a 100% staple every time.
Yeah.
That Bello Betty deck.
That one or just it's gonna be the actual Sabo leader. We'll see though. But just honestly, I'm not too hot on this card. Like even the roundtable play, roundtable's 4, so that's gonna be your entire turn.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm gonna give it a 6. I don't love it, especially for red. Red has way more busted stuff.
Yeah, no counter on it. Not even vanilla stat lines. I would have loved to see this card be an 8K. Because it has no counter. The effect, I don't think it is warranted for it to have, 7K power and no counter. Because it's only 4K power total. Which obviously it's comboable, but like I feel like it's just not as good. Like you see 5-drop Marcos with 3K already. And so I would rather run those 5-drops than this. Because with the amount of power reduction that red does have, this seems like for 6 Dawn on top of, reducing stuff, feels like if you use a whole turn just for this, like it could cost you. I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Can't you just use like Fire Fist too? Is Fire Fist like a 5 and a 3, right? Or something like
5
that?
and a 4, yeah.
5 and a 4, so that's technically 9K power for 3, right? Am I
Yeah,
right?
but you don't get a body, and you also have to trash a card. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can trash a card, but then you can still play shit. I don't know, it's wonky. You'd have to see, because again, we don't know the other cards that are coming out. We're just getting stuff trickled in.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it's like a 5 or a 6, but there's probably some broken, dumb, stupid combos that Red's gonna have, and you're gonna be like, what the heck is going on? He just killed my Whitebeard and my other Whitebeard somehow. Like, what the hell is going on? Like,
Yeah, I assume they're gonna get a lot of power reduction in the Sabo archetype to make this card nuts. But for now, with the cards we have, I'm giving it a 6.
That's fair. That's fair.
And that is our last SR.
Yep, we went through all 4. We have Enel, Borsalino, we have the Black Rebecca, and the Red Sabo. Finally getting in some more card leaks for OP05, which I'm loving. All right, Pirates, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much if you stuck to the end. I appreciate everybody watching and liking our videos. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. We're dropping daily uploads. Yes, daily uploads. Anyways, like this video, stay subscribed, comment down below if you're going to try any of these 4 SRs out, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.